Quilter. Today is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for 1 hour. Just 1 hour live chat. I don't know why I said so. However, I am going to be pressing and maybe looking for some fabric. So we never know what we're going to do. It might change my mind. So we're going to wait for people to get in. While we're doing that, I'm going to pull you up on my phone so I can read the chats.
Spend a chill Sunday with me as I move around in my place.
Make sure my mic is on. Yep, I see green. I didn't see that comment pop up on my phone, so I'm going to go out of chat and go back in. That always happens for some reason. All right. So we've got Quilt Gal here saying hi, T and everyone, reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. So thank you so much for that. Welcome to the chat. Betsy here saying hello all. Darcy Savali, hi everyone. Make sure you give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notifications when T is here. Also check out T's Facebook page. And when you do the Facebook page, it's Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer the 3 questions so that you can get in, because I have been denying people that don't answer the questions because I'm not sure if it's a duplicate account, which is what's currently happening on YouTube. So if you don't answer the 3 questions, they're just basic questions about quilt making, just to make sure that you are a quilter or know something about quilting. Or if you don't know, just say I'm new to quilting and I'm wanting to learn. So, and I'll let you in, but you got to put something in those 3 spaces. Oh, let me pin that. And Melody Kiefer is here saying hello to everyone. I forgot to turn notifications off, so just a second. Thank you, Kevin. That was Kevin letting me know mic is okay. I need to put this on silent so it won't be going off. And then Denise Sopatch is reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Zondra's here. Sheila Willis. Jeff Galonia says, good evening. All hope your week has been kind to you. Vivian Calvi, Florence Goff, Kevin the Quilter, Frederica 27. Hello. I can't sleep again. If I am suddenly not here, you know I fell asleep. Welcome to the chat, the live chat. Remo JS says, good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Please hit the thumbs up button to show your love and support for the honest educator. So hello, Miss Remo JS. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Miss T and all T Quilters from Kevin. Bonita Nan saying hey to everyone. Sandy Agger saying howdy. Jeff says, I've already read. Hold on. Hey, y'all. Hope you get a chance to use the wood press. Jeff got his wood press a couple weeks ago. And we were in a class yesterday. And I'll show you what I have in stock because people have been asking me that too. But he was, maybe I'll just show it now so I can get it out the way and be done. And a few people did buy the wood press that I had in stock. These are the whole kits. I don't even have my area set up, and I'm going to talk about that. But I've got neon in stock. I probably got 1 rainbow because I think I got 2 rainbows, but one's already sold. So I got 2 neons. This one here that's blue and like walnut wood, I guess, because it's kind of dark. It's either walnut or maple. I think it's walnut wood. I've got this blue with the dark gray, almost black. And I've got like a royal. I got a sapphire blue. That's what this is. And then I got this royal blue that has that dark gray to black. So, and I think I have one rainbow, and I'll show you rainbow in a set. So I've been having people asking me what's in. I almost think all of the tequila sold. I'll have to look, see if I missed one. I think the tequila's all sold. This is rainbow here. It's got all of these colors. But this is a set. So I just wanted to show those because I've been having people rainbow set, sapphire and dark gray, neon, and just a total walnut by itself. So that's what I have in stock that's in my face. I could have some more in storage, but that's what I see right now. I actually took these to a presentation that we went to. Not a presentation. I have a friend, and she, every year for her birthday, she normally in her home has 2 days where people can come sew. You can sew one day or both days, and if depending on number of people coming, because she can only have so many people in her home, then you may not be able to go the second day, but she's asking in advance to see what your availability is. So every year for her birthday, she throws a party for us. And so we get to attend and have a day to sew. In addition to that, she also provides the fabric and a project. And I had some other things I needed to work on, so I had to work on some cutting first. So I did that the first day. And then I also, it was on an improv class, but she wanted you to use batiks. And she also had where you could do string and crumb piecing as your improv as well. So I did this on the first day, plus another test block that I needed. This is going into another project. That's why it's not in batiks. I wanted to make sure I could use it somewhere. And also, one of the tips that I did not get a chance to share, if you have not watched my video where I've done diagonal piecing, I have to go find a link for you guys. I'm doing diagonal piecing where I've got a particular fabric in the middle. I forgot the name of the quilt because it just went out of my head. And I wanted this center strip to be in the exact same spot. And also, one of the reasons why I hate paper piecing, making the blocks diagonal, is that I hate pulling out all the paper. So one of the tips that I give in the video is to only sew one seam. And so all of this that I've sewn, I've only got one seam attached to the paper whenever I'm doing crumb diagonal blocks or crumb. If I'm doing crumb straight up and down blocks, I don't even worry about paper. I'm going to stabilize it before I cut it with starch, and so I don't worry about it. But if I'm doing diagonals, then I do use paper because you need to know what size square or shape it is that you're covering it completely, especially when you're going diagonal. So I then square it all up at the end, but I've only got one line per each block to rip instead of every seam to rip. So this is going into something else. I'll eventually go out to my site and get you all a link for that. So the whole purpose is that she wanted people to use her fabrics, which she provided. I bet we all walked out of there with 20 pounds of fabric. She said take 10, and then she want people to take more. I have a whole bag full of fabric that I got from her, all batiks, all top of the line batiks, not the cheap batiks. And I did not want to do a project. And then on the second day, I started feeling bad. So I said, well, you can make something and make it a charity quilt or something. So I wanted it to be big. I started out saying, no, just make it small. You can add borders on it. And then I was like, just go ahead and make 3 blocks and be done. So this is going to be my charity quilt because if I would have gotten into string and crumb piecing and making curves and all the particular improv projects, I wouldn't want to do what I need to do. So I refuse to do that. So I kept mine. I'm the only one that did a traditional style piece. I did traditional improv, where you would take something that's a traditional block and turn it into an improv block. So that's what I did. It's not anything super fancy, but I just wanted to show you all what I did. And now I got something that's for more of a male, because I didn't want to use girly colors. I was trying to stick with the colors that most times when we make quilts for charity, most of the time they're things that are made for females. And so all of this fabric was there. She had just scraps of different dark black background batiks that had like a tinge of blue. Some of them are from the same line, some of them are from other lines. I just used whatever she had, and I'll quilt this, and then I'll donate it to my quilt guild so that they can give it away. But what I really liked was making it so that it had the octagon in the middle. Originally, I thought I was going to fussy cut it and use variegated thread, but as I kept adding color, I think the variegated thread is going to now take away from it. So I'm just going to quilt it, probably in some gray thread, and donate it as a charity quilt. So I just did it so that I could say that I participated. So just want to thank Jane Coons for inviting us out. It was 25 people or so the first day, and I'm just going to guess and say maybe 22 people, 20 people the second day. So she had a very good turnout. And what was really, really nice was that I don't know how she got the classroom at Jackman's. I don't know if they rent that out and you pay whatever. I have no idea. I have to look into that. And we were there for 2 days. She provided meals, gave us fabric, gave us paper to foundation piece on, gave us she had big bottles of best press so you could refill your best press bottles as you were using it. The fabric that she had 3 tables. No, she had a whole wall of fabric, and I'm gonna say that wall could have been 20 feet, and then made an L, and it was another wall, I'm going to say about another 16 feet, because it was probably 2 tables there, and then another table. So she had another 8-foot table or so that was just filled. She started with crumbs, went to strings, and then went to strips in different sizes, from like 1.5 inch all the way up to about 2.5, 3 inches. And then she started going into her smaller scraps all the way up to like fat 16ths, uh, fat uh, fat eighths, uh, fat quarters. Then she had like the samples that, how when you get the fabrics on the sample boat, she had all of that type of stuff. And then the girl even had yardage mixed in. And then she had just lights, a whole tub that was just lights, and then a whole big bin that was where these dark pieces. So I was trying to get the biggest pieces because I was trying to do I was making mine bigger, because everybody else was kind of making pieces about yay big in that range for the most part. But I knew I was also trying to make a larger quilt, so I did 8-inch sections to start. So yeah, we had a great time. It was a good time. I wasn't at home Monday and Tuesday, but I had a great time. And then I had an appointment today about my Hawaii trip. We were talking with travel agent, trying to get travel insurance and stuff like that. So we got all of that figured out. So I haven't done a whole lot of Teaquilts work, but Teaquilts has had a great time. I think Paige had a dog grooming appointment on Tuesdays yesterday, so I had to go pick her up from home, take her to the groomer. I was at Sam's, and I had told him I paid her early and I tipped her. I always tip her good, but I tipped her a little bit more, saying, I got a class today. If you could get her done as soon as possible, would be great. And I was at Sam's trying to pump some gas, and the pump had a hole in it and gas running everywhere. So I had to change pumps. And then when I get over to the other pump, I realized they've charged me for the gas that leaked out. So then I had to go in Sam's. And it was so funny because then I was in Sam's. She called me about the dog. I can come get the dog. So I went back and got the dog. I had bought some other things because I had to go in Sam's, like milk. What else did I buy that was refrigerated? I had, frozen vegetables. And so I had to come home. So now I got the dog coming home. I'm packing my car to go back. I left most of my stuff there, but it was a few things I brought home to work on overnight. So I had to pack that stuff back in, take the dog back home. Then my daughter wants to talk, and I'm trying to get back up to the place. But I had a good time, and it's just great when you can be around a room full of people that you really enjoy. And Quilters is like that. It was almost like going to a 2-day retreat, except we didn't stay the night there. So it was really, really cool. So Cynthia Shades here saying hi from Chicago. Phyllis G. Sue GSD says 258 days until the bestest retreat ever. Maddie Barnum's here. Dee Branson. Damali J. Happy wonderful Wednesday with the Queen of Scraps, Miss T. Rent's paid. Well, thank you, thank you. And somebody new here will ask, what's the rent? It's just hitting that thumbs up button for me so it keeps my videos in circulation, please. Teresa Dawkins here. Frederica's reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Florence Goff says, love the purple. And Paula S. Thank you. Paula S. says, good evening, T and Teaquilt, T friends. Enjoying the cooler weather in Southern Maryland. So that's cool. This time of year I actually like is when it gets colder. We didn't get over 70 today. I like that. You don't get hot. Pearl Medina is here. Saying hello from Moreno Valley, California. Ingrid Bowers. My brother is here saying hello to everyone. Carissa Reininger saying evening. Mary F. says good evening, quilters. Jeff says the wood press makes opening seem so much easier. Yes. And I did do a couple of demonstrations for people just to show, because I had one lady that says she just does not press her fabric. So however it comes out of her stash, she cuts and she uses it. So it did work for her where it kept that seam memory, but it just didn't stay completely flat, but the memory was there. So when she sewed the next piece, the weight made that seam still lay flat. I was impressed with that because I always iron my fabric, so I don't do that. But that was interesting that it worked like that. So I sold quite a few wood presses yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday and Monday. Deborah Sims Brown's here. Darcy says she wished that she knew some quilters near her. Yeah. Crystal L here says just popping in for a while. Hope you all are having a great day. Quilt Girl says, what type of paper do you use for those blocks? It doesn't matter. You can use typing paper. You can use whatever paper, because I don't want people to get hooked up on buying a product. Because when all is said and done, all the paper is going to come out. And what's left in there that didn't come out is going to be quilted in under the quilt in some batting. So what difference do it make? You can pay a lot of money for getting some that can go through your printer and all this other kind of stuff that they try to sell you, or something that's going to tear super easy. This paper, I'll tell you, is actually from your office store where you can buy newsprint paper by the ream, if you didn't know that. So that's what this paper is, and you can get it in different sizes as well. However, when I paper piece, you know what paper I use? It's Warm and Naturals batting paper. You know why? Because I got it when I bought the batting, and I don't throw it away. I use it for paper piecing, and it's brown paper. It's got a good weight to it. It has never been a problem. You can also use old telephone books. I know they don't print those things now, but I had quite a few of those. And I use those, and I just start putting stuff on the page. You can always just scrub to whatever you want and trim if you need to. And again, the only time I'm really using the paper when I'm strip piecing is when I'm doing diagonals. If I'm doing straight, I just sew stuff together straight. I don't worry about it. Jeff talking about he filled a box and a bag. I know Jeff was in heaven over there. And Sandy says, bless her heart. Yeah, she's always so generous on her own birthday. Brenda Perkins is here. Florence says she just started quilting, so I'm hoping to grow my strip stash. And she's saying that's pretty. Thank you. Darcy says that is cool looking. That's fancy to me. Nice charity quilt. Like that idea, T. I like the colors. Quilts by Carmel's here. Hey, Joe Carmel. Sounds like a great time. Yes, Jason Lewis is here saying hello, everybody. Jeff says we are blessed to have like-minded friends. I'm so far behind in the chats, guys. I'm going to read some names. Sin Forrest is saying no sound, but everybody else can hear, so I don't know what's up with that. Rhonda Barlow is here. Janet McCarroll's here. Other people are telling that they can hear. Evelyn Muhammad says, greeting Ms. T and Teaquilts. I hope everyone is having a great day. My internet is choppy tonight, so I'm not sure how long I'll be on this live. We'll continue viewing on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. So thank you, Evelyn. Welcome to the chat. Remo says, I can shop now. It's after 10:10. I went shopping today. I'll open presents and cards tomorrow. So, yeah, it's her birthday. So, happy birthday. And Sien's having device trouble. I'm trying to see. It's my boy's birthday tomorrow. Jason says, laughing out loud, I buy a pack for like $8 something on Amazon for newsprint stuff. And Diane McCoy is here saying, hello, everyone, and tea. So, yes. So, thank you. So, I got payment from, who is this? Elizabeth Style. And she also was joining the sew along for next year. And I just brought this in here because I normally don't bring these in. But just wanted to thank her because she also added a donation to her payment as well. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I'll put this under the phone for now. And then this also came from Diamond in the Rough. I didn't see her in here. And I did not pre-open this. And I'm not going to show you all what it is. I'm just trying to see how it's boxed up to see if I can even take it out the package. I don't know if you all remember that Diamond in the Rough was in the chat one night and saying that she was going to donate some items to Teaquilts for the retreat. And so she did contact me. And I hate to use, I don't have non-paper scissors in here. And I don't have my, let me see if I can cut with any of these things that, nope, these things don't cut. These are grippers. Trying to see if I can cut with any of this medical equipment, because I sure don't want to use my good scissors. I'm trying to see how she's got it wrapped, and if I take it out, if it's gonna show anything. So I guess it's a good thing I got this box here. All right, so I just wanted her to know that it arrived. And so this is it in here. It's a retreat gift. And oh, so she was really good. Thank you, girl. So and she's got a piece of paper in here with my address on it, and then she's also got like an artist card in here, so that's really cute. She does her business card as an artist card. I'm going to show you all that because somebody might want to use that technique. So this is her business information, and I will be showing you my piece after retreat what she made. Okay, so I'll keep I'll get one because I ordered enough for everybody. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but I'm going to just cover up her phone number for right now, her information. I just want to show you the back just so you can see that she's got like a cardstock type paper on the back that she stamped something on. But that's really cool. That's really pretty. So I told her to make sure that she include a business card. She's got a note here. And before I read this, I guess I need to tell you what happened. She was gonna donate quite a few items to the Teaquilts retreat, but it wouldn't have been enough for everybody to get one. So I felt like her item could be something that could go to everyone because I was going to be thinking about making something very similar. And so what it did was it prevented me from having to worry about that. And she's perfected this so fast that she can pump them out pretty good. And so I decided to ask her if she would make them for everybody at retreat. And then in return, I would send her a bundle. And so I sent her a very generous bundle, I feel. She said it was like opening up a Christmas present. She kept pulling stuff out. I think I'm very generous. I'm not going to tell you what I put in there. I will say that I probably gave her something that was probably in a value of $250, but I wanted to value her time, even though she was willing to donate more than half of them for free. I wanted her to recognize that I do appreciate what she's done for me because she don't have to do anything. And so for her to donate that, I really appreciate it. And so I just wanted to do that. And so she got a note in here. It says, "Hello T, thank you so much for the fabric. You truly are a scrap queen." But it was more than that. But she says, "All hail. Enclosed are my donations. I sent a few extras. I also enclosed a few extras of something else. I'm not going to tell you what that is, that you can share or use for gifts. I made a tiny boo-boo on them, but they work. I love the live streams. They are great motivation. Working on my launch, and I should be ready by June." So that's when we're going to talk about her a little bit more. She says, "May your seams be straight and your stitches tiny. P.S. I loaded each." Okay, so that's good. That's a note to me. And she's telling me that like she added like a little info sheet inside of the card holders so that you know what they are. I said card holders, didn't I? But it's not really a card holder. But yeah, so it's really pretty. And I can't wait to give these out and then I can show you. But her YouTube name is Diamond in the Rough. And when people donate, I also have like a donate thing that I put into the welcome packs. I also, when that gift is given out, they get recognition at the time that it's actually given out as well. So I appreciate her doing that because this was it would have been a lot of work for me, and it just makes it so that I can continue being behind on everything else that I'm behind on, so I can get caught up. So I appreciate her doing that. So that's one thing I don't have to worry about knocked off of my to-do list. So people saying happy birthday to Remo. So I was going to use tracing paper that comes by the ream. Yeah, you could use anything you want as long as it tears. Hey, Carla Ford. And Minnie Doula's here saying hello. Beverly Akins. All right. So what else do I have up here? This is a project I'm doing a sew along. I need to press these seams, so I have that I can do. But one of the fun things is that I have a project that needs a lot of 2-inch squares. And so before I start cutting these 2-inch squares, which is why I got this green fabric laying over here that you all can see, I need them. I need light squares and lime green squares. Now, some of them I need for the squares to match. Yeah, I need, like, if I'm doing lights, I need for them to be matching. So I need at least 4 of the same print or very close, very similar. So I thought I would go into my squares or show you all my squares. Okay, this is the 2-inch square container. It's pretty big. This thing is at least 11, 12 inches one way and 9 the other way. And then the height, what's the height? Let me go back. About 6 inches. So this is it's big enough for what's in it, okay? This is my 2-inch square container. And this is some of them because I have another one because I ran out of room. Look at this. This is terrible. Now, I don't even know if I got lime green in here, but I just thought, I don't even know if I won't even be bothered. But look, that was just a handful. So I don't even know if I got lime green in here, but I thought I could at least come in here and see if I had light. So I don't tend to cut too many light prints, but I thought I'd check in here anyway before I start cutting stuff. I also need some teal, so I'll pull those aside. So yeah, I could use this, but I don't want to because it's too busy. But what I might do is pull the lights out because I just put stuff in here. I don't keep them organized in stacks. I guess it would make my life a lot easier if I did, but I don't. Now, my dear friend Kevin would have this all color coordinated, okay? They would all be color coordinated, and he would know right off the bat whether he got them or not. But what I'm going to do is just go through here. The greens don't have to match the lime. I'm trying to get lime green to light green, more of your brighter greens. I don't want like the dark greens. That's kind of, let me show you. So I'm looking for fabrics like this family of greens. Yes, you can use phone book pages, Deborah, for that's what I use. I still got phone books here that I use. So that's what I use. And I also use um the paper off of my warm and natural batting because it's free. I already paid for it. It's not free. I already paid for that paper. That paper's been included in your total product cost. So I recycle it. So since I'm gonna need 4 of each kind, what I'm doing here is just separating. Now this is very light, and I don't want to use that because it won't contrast with white if I needed to. I'm not sure if I needed to, but I know that I'm using white background, light background, and so I won't be using that. That green's not really teal, but we'll see. So all I want to do is just sort some fabric. So it's always best to do things with friends than alone, right? And Kevin the quilter go, yes, Kevin would. I need to give Kevin this container and say, hey, sort this. I should have driven it to his mom's house when he didn't have his sewing stuff there. I should have said, hey, you need something to do? Sort this for me. But yeah, I am not, like, long as it's in the container, that's as neat as I am. Unless it's a divided container that has sections that I'm a little bit neater that way. Like I just see 4 of those, so that's cool. Here's a green one. It's not as bright, but it'll work. It's a spider web. I'll take that. But yeah, so I'm enjoying I enjoyed myself at the class. It wasn't like a class, but she did do like a presentation. But yeah. And it was really quick. Like, I don't even know if it was 10 minutes or not. She was just talking about what improv was for people that did not know what it was. And then she actually went around the room helping everybody um with their projects, and I was busy working on other stuff. So If I don't do anything else, I can take all the lights out. Let me move this over here. So, yeah. Um, so what are you all working on? Jeff said he had to pick up more containers today. Kevin talking about, I do that for you, Miss T. I don't know why he gets a kick out of organizing and sorting. That's what his retirement job should be. But people people don't really want to pay you to organize their stash. It'd be a lot of money because it's a lot of hours. So I do understand, but yeah, but he's actually good at organization. Me, long as it's in a container or the box or whatever, I'm good. So yeah, but it's fun and funny to look back on some of these prints and look at stuff that I used like eons ago. Some of it is new, some of it is old. I haven't cut anything in a while now. I mostly been just using whatever scraps I have left as um in crumb blocks and stuff. I haven't been cutting it into anything else. Oops, I put one over here. So just pick up another handful. I may not even find a lot of pieces in here, but I can say I at least went in here and tried. Here's a piece. So part of the fun is just going in here. And this is exactly why they're not stacked up. I'm sure at one point, like when I cut them, when I first put them in here, they were a little bit better, but not anymore. But I love my scrap containers because if something said to cut 300 2-inch squares and the whole quilt was made, or I can just come straight to this container. I don't have to go cut anything. I can just start sewing. That's one of the things I like about having pre-cuts. And this is how I get so many different fabrics into my quilts, because if you're cutting fabric as you go, when it's time to do a project that wants, say, 1,000 2-inch squares, you're not having to say, oh my God, I'm not cutting 1,000 squares. So they have lost their mind. But me, it's like, oh, I already got that cut. So I just start sewing. I made the little quilted dog. I made 3 of them total because I had made it for myself. And then my friend's birthday was a couple days later. So I'm like, okay, I'll give her this one. And so then I had to make it again for myself. And then one of my other friends saw it and wanted one. So I made another one for her birthday. So yeah, I actually made 3 of those little quilted dogs with 2-inch squares. Hey, T. Roberts. Oops. Oh, let me see. Kim says working on Christmas quilt, which I doubled the blocks to also make 2 bed runners as well. Real sick of this fabric by now. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm tired of looking at something, I try to use it up or I'm going to give it away. Try to get it out of there. So Carissa finished the last 4 flowers for her castle quilt, so that's cool. When you was first talking about making those flowers, I thought they were going to end up being 3D, but those are really cute piece blocks. I really like it. Betsy says she just got back from a 2-mile walk, so that's cool. She's a good person. She gets her exercise in. Kevin so bad talking about Miss T has sat in my studio watching me organize stuff before and I could feel her eyes rolling. Yeah, it's I don't even know how people can stack fabric that neat. I don't even know. Um even if it's just squares, my stack is still going to be somewhat cattywampus, even if it's in the, no, his stuff is perfectly all lined up. I just can't do it. It's too much for me. I don't have that type of patience. Um, Bonita says she's still working on her friend's quilt, so that's cool. And Deborah says she's cutting fabric for my blank keeper quilt. Let's see what this thing is saying because it's in a way. For her timekeeper quilt. Okay. Shelly Soul says hello, Miss T and friends. Hello, welcome to the chat. And Carissa says I'll post the quilt top so you can see it when I'm finished. Yes, please. We love to see stuff. So yeah, so these I'm not seeing like a whole lot of lime and teal, and that's good. But if I find some, that's just some additional fabric that I'm introducing that I may not already have in my stack to cut. So, and with me wanting particular fabric, particular coloration of fabric, I just need to I just wanted to look through here to see if I can pull out just a few more pieces that I could use. So, but yeah. And the great thing again is that they're already cut. So this one's a green with white in it. I wish I had more of those. I wish I had more. I don't have 4. I need 4 for what I'm doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, whatever white or lights that I sort, not necessarily white, but lights that I've sorted, I'm going to put them in a separate bag. So I don't have to do it again. Anything that can be a light. Some of them is that fabric where you've got, it's a light background, but it's got stuff fill in. You don't quite know what to do with. So for right now, I'll just toss it back. This is a little bit darker green than what I want. It's not quite Kelly, but it's getting dark, too dark for what I want. I want more lime color. Who pre-cuts their fabrics? Let me know. Does anybody have a container? I know Miss Vivian does. Anybody have a container of like 2.5-inch squares and you've got more than 1,000? Let me know. um, um, Kevin's gonna be in business. Jeff says I finished up the friendship chisels for scrap club, snowflake quilt along, and ordering new long shank roller presser foot. Yes, so that's cool. Are you finna work on some leather? So I got some green here. It's just not the bright green I want to use. So I don't think eons ago I was using a lot of lime green like I do now in my later years, but I haven't cut a whole lot recently. So, oh, this is cute little carrot, bundle of carrots. Look at that. I'm going to put it with the lights just because it's pretty. Oh my gosh. Chipmunk. I don't like critters. I don't like outdoor critters. I don't want them near me. Okay, so that's not teal. That's too dark of a blue. Woohoo! Hey, so Becca, welcome to the chat. How you been? She says hello, and then she's saying hi to individual people. And then she says no for a thumbs down. I know she doesn't keep her scraps. She donates them, gets rid of them. So she's not one to keep scraps. So I do know that about her. Kathy D's Creative Chaos says, I have 2.5, 5 inches, and 10 inches. And that's pretty cool. So she's got 3 sizes that she keeps. And that's what I tell people, like, I don't keep, people think I keep everything, but I really don't. If it's less than 1.5 inches, I don't keep it unless it's something very pretty, like if it's my K facets or my Tula Pink, then I'm going to keep those. Like I'll put them into my strings. But I try to make, if I can't cut a 1.5 inch strip or square, then I don't keep it. I put it for somebody else to use. Unless it's really pretty. Like I said, if it's one of my high ends that I really, really like, my fossil ferns, my grunge, I keep that type of stuff. But if it's just a everyday piece of fabric and it's less than 1.5 inches, I can't cut that. I just go ahead and get rid of it. Now I keep all of my African, because you all see me sometimes when I'm in here and I'm just string or crumb piecing, and you all see what I keep when it's small like that, because I really don't want to throw that fabric into the trash or donate it because I spent a lot of money. So this is pretty, but it's a green blue that's not teal and it's not lime green. It's just a pretty piece of fabric though. But yeah, so let's see who else is keeping fabric. um oh, he says no, it's for his Angela Waters rulers. That's what he's getting the roller foot for. Em- uh-uh. Shelly, I hid your message and it should pop back up, hopefully. I'm sorry about that. That was an accident. The screen popped up on me. Quilt Expo is this week in Sharonville. That's Ohio. That's from Remo. Miss T, you're gonna give me that box. I'm getting anxiety watching you go through it. I just bet you do. And Shelly was just laughing at Kelly. At Kevin. Um, that's what I mistakenly hid, but unhid. And so Becca said, that's right, laughing out loud. She donate that stuff. And Kathy says she loves fossil fern too. See, fossil fern was out eons ago. And then when I knew that fabric lines were going in and out so fast, I refused to even sew any more of my fossil ferns. I made quite a couple of things with it. I made a vest, an interchangeable vest. I have to show you all that. That is the wildest thing I have ever made in my life. And I don't even wear it, but it was a vest that had the back was a front and a back. And then you had the front 2 pieces. And then you had a front and a back. And then the way that you could flip and wear the different things, you could wear that thing a gazillion different ways. I forgot how many they advertised. And you either tied the pieces or buttoned the pieces at the shoulder for the vest. And I got all these wild color fossil ferns because it's a totally fossil fern vest. And it's in your jewel tone type colors. And I have not worn that thing in eons. What I need to do is probably see. I made a jacket, I made a vest, and I made a dress. I need to see if I can find those in my stuff and show them to you all one day, because it is hilarious where I was. Okay. And if I could get my butt in that dress, I probably would wear it, but it was long time ago. I might end up, that's something I can think about, is opening that dress up and just putting a strip down the side or something. But it was really cute. I really liked it. But you know, us quilters, we walking around looking crazy, but we don't care. We go to the quilt meeting or the quilt event and wear our stuff, and then everybody be like, that's too cute. And they may not really mean it, but we don't care. Oh my gosh. Diane says, I wish that I could organize my fabric. I like to purchase it and try to find it later. Now, what I do have very well organized is new purchases or fabric by yard. It's my scraps and my pre-cuts that I cut myself, which are from scraps, that I don't go crazy and organize. Now, all of my yardage is on the shelf by color. So I can say I do that. Phyllis says she does 2.5, 5 inch, 6 inch, six. I think she means 6.5 inch and then 10 inch squares. So that's cool. So she's got her sizes. Kim says she started a scrap system, but the box have about 50 squares each, and I still have a large tote to cut up. Slow going here. And that's another reason for die cutting. You know, you can run so many different pieces through on your die cutters really, really fast. Jason says his scrap bin is out of control. It is a mess. He says it's an out of control mess. Vicky Bowen says, almost missed you live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome to the chat. And Lana says, I have several bags of scraps that need to be cut. Yep. Kevin, I see through container for you. That's Jeff. I don't know. Jason, they talking to Jason. I'm gonna pass it up. C-Rax is here saying, T, send me your box of squares so I can organize them. That is too funny. So I got two people. I'm driving nuts. Oh, that's funny. Rima talking about she needs to start keeping her scraps. And then she's also reminding people to hit the thumbs up. So thank you, ma'am. Dee Dee Hanson is here. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome to the chat. She's here from Michigan. Said missed a few lives. Just got a new. I can't read it. Oh my gosh, she just got a new right knee. OMG. Hopefully you're doing well. I know that they've got so many different advances and that type of stuff, and people are up within the next day or so. So hopefully everything goes well for you. Ooh, I found a green one. See that? I can use the bright greens like that. Ugh. I ain't gonna worry about y'all. I'm just gonna pull out some fabric. Oh, this one is so close. I'm putting it up against. I don't know. I have to look and see. I don't know if these will work because it's going up against teal and it's got a little bit of teal coming in. So I'm driving Kevin nuts. This is my ulterior motive. I come on here and, and show and show this mess, and then maybe I can get it straightened out. This is terrible. I don't know. I stopped pulling lights now. And see, I'll probably just go right on back and start cutting some light pieces. And this is why it looked like this, because then I'm going to take this part that I've done. And I know some fell over to the side. I'm trying to put those on top that I've, the ones that I've already looked at on the bottom. But I could prop myself up in bed and watch a little television and sort through these a little bit. Or, you know, I'm not going to sort them. I'm just going to look through them. I'm not going to sort them. They are what they are. Oh my goodness. What are you making with lime and turquoise? Just so you know, a new knee is very painful. All I got for pain was strong Tylenol. Oh my gosh. Show us your pattern for the lime tea. I don't have, it's a sew along that I'm working on, so I don't have anything yet. I'm just cutting. I've sewed some half square triangles and I'm just pulling some fabrics to cut. So all I got is I'm working on cutting. And I sewed my first step anyway. Ooh, that's pretty. It's not all lime, but that'll work too, I think. It's all reading as a green, not a teal. when you have little bitty pieces, you have to be really careful about value. So you have to pay attention to that. Yeah. Just doing a sew along with some friends, and so the friends are giving out the instructions. But I got what I need. I got what fabric I need to have, so that's why I'm trying to pull. Yep. Ooh, I'm so sad I don't have a whole lot of lime green in here in teal, but this is pretty. Look at that. And got some Mickey in here. This is from my daughter's stuff. She loved Mickey Mouse, honey. She don't know. She did not care about no Minnie. She loved Mickey. She cared less about Minnie Mouse. She didn't want any parts of that. I made that mistake. Made her a whole book bag that was Minnie Mouse. Had the bow on it, child. She ain't even used that thing. It was a backpack, and she could care less. That's a lot of green, but that's not the right green. It's not the right green. Oh, this is pretty too. I like it without the yellow in it, but it's pretty. Yup. I'll send this to Kevin's house. Oh my goodness. See, this one's got, it might can use it though. It's got a little bit of green in it, but it's not a lot. I'm just trying to save myself from, well, I'm not really trying to save myself from cutting because I already got fabrics pulled out, but I thought it would be nice to come in here and see if I could find something. That one's kind of dark. If I could find something that I could just add in a few extra pieces so that I could have more fabrics that I was adding into my project. So that's the only reason I'm here. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if these will work, but I'll put them to the side. Ooh, put them to the side. Got quite a few of these. Yep, yep, yep. And then we're in the regular blue. Regular blue. Miss T looking for lime and teal. Ooh, squirrel, look at that carrot or orange fabric laughing out loud. Stop it. Hi, June Hanson. Um, Let me go back and read some of these. I didn't realize this was going up so much. I hate to say that I cut fabric and the smaller pieces get thrown in a pile on the floor. Oh my God. I'm, not that Betsy said that. I went over to her house. I can't remember. Oh, I was teaching her how to use her die cut machine. And when I was saying, and I told her to just have some fabric for me to cut or whatever. And when she was going to get fabric, she just reached under there and just pulled up a wad and said, it was like, okay. It was pretty funny. um, Minnie says she's waiting for the AccuQuilt Christmas sale to get one. Then I start working on to get my scraps together. Yeah. Just make sure you use my affiliate link before you order. All you got to do is just enter their site with my link. So today I ordered something that's got multiple uses, costs some money, but I'll talk about it when it comes. So maybe Saturday I'll have it, and what's today's date? 11th. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how fast it ships. So we'll see. But it's interesting. I did order something today. I didn't want to, but I did. New company for me. First time ordering from. I've seen the product on a lot of channels, not quilting related channels, but it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. Seabex, it's really relaxing organizing her fabric. Oh, that's really sweet. Not for me. They will have babies tonight in the box, and right. It's going to be so full. It's going to look fuller than when I started tonight. Kevin says he agree. I don't have a lot of time to sew. It either make something or mess with scraps. I always choose to make something, so my scraps are just running out of control. Dee says I only have 5-inch squares and strips and a box of random pieces for crumb quilts, so she doesn't have a whole lot of scraps. So, but she finds different ways of using things. She's very good at using stuff up. I think, like all the time, like of course if it's African quilt, I don't use everything, but one way to not have any scraps is to incorporate it into everything and put it into the back. Just sew whatever you got together and put it into the backing. But me, the fabric is so pretty and I want to use it, like my African stuff. It's like I'm not putting all that on the back. I did it one time and then I go, I'm not doing that anymore. I only do it if it's because the backing isn't big enough after I've sewn 2 pieces together or something like that. But I'm always trying to make another project with it, okay? Ridiculous. Jeff says I was going to ask suggestions for charm pack patterns. I think you can just Google that, and there's so much out there. I even did a video where I had charm pack. I sewed all the charms together, and then I made my own plaid. So you might want to look at that. I even did a video where I sewed them together, cut the quilt in 2 places, and put the charm packs on point. So I think I have a couple videos out there, but it's a whole lot of patterns to do things with charm packs. Kevin talking about yay. This is my worst container. Now they're not by color, but in my other case, like my 2.5-inch squares, I use those more, and I kind of keep control of those. I have like 2 spots because it's a divided container, and so I have 2 spots that have lights, and then my other ones are my mediums and darks, but they're not by color or fabric, but they are organized and stacked. They're not just thrown into the box like this, Look, Kevin. This is my worst one because it's the most that I have, to the point where I told you I have 2 containers, and one of them is about a 3-inch tall by maybe 12 by 8. I can't remember, but it's, yeah. I have a small amount of scraps, even purchased some. That's T. Roberts. So D says, since I have been out of the loop, what are we signing up for next year? I don't know is it in here? Yeah. You may not want to do this one, girl. This one is Dresden Village. This is our sew along for next year. And if I can get myself organized and get on, I need to make myself a schedule and then make myself like quit whatever else I'm doing and come work on something. I might end up doing another block of the month. I ordered 2 blocks of the month. Kevin, you know the lady, we saw her in the Iowa shop hop that had all the she makes the quilts with the solids. You knew her. That shop where you got the fabric that has St. Louis in it, that's in my quilt, that's on the back. I bought 2 of her patterns, and I'm trying to figure out which one do I want to use. Well, I got it in my cart. I haven't ordered it yet. So I'm going to see which one I might want to do as a sew along. So I might do something else with, it's still going to be challenging because it's a sew along. It'll probably go about 8 or 9 months. And this one here is Dresden Village, though, Dee Dee. And the reason why is because these have smaller pieces, and I knew a lot of people weren't going to want to do this one. The other one is more like a sampler quilt again, but it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's either a medallion style or it's a star or something. I can't remember how it's put together. But this one has little pieces, so it is not for everybody. The pattern is $14. The group is going to be $15, so it's a total of $29 for this sew along starting in January. And sorry about hitting the mic. And I haven't done the schedule yet. I do need to make the group. I've had a couple of people paying, and I need to get them in, get the group started so we can start getting people into the group. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Okay. Okay, Kevin. Oh, I found some more teal. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. It's a different fabric too. Like when that accidentally happens. Go down to the bottom and pull up another piece. Ugh. All right. But yeah. I don't think I have this one. And if they don't work when because I don't have the teals in here to see if they work, because I am using a particular color of teal, I can always just, toss them back in here until they get organized. I don't think this one's going to work, but we'll see. Ooh, found some green, but it's got other colors on that. This one will work. It's a lighter. Ooh, okay, we found a few green. Whew. All right. All right, I think I've done enough. Look, push. Okay, I need a bag. I used to have the bags in here from, I'm going to take this Crown Royal stuff out of here because this is done. It is not quilted, but the blocks are done, And I'm going to put these lights in here. I'll go through these and see if I got any with 4s. I don't even know if I really need lights. I got so many light fabrics. But if they're already cut, you know what I mean? I'll check these out. And then this will be my bag to put the lights in. And these I'm just sitting here temporarily. All right. Are those teal? These are 2-inch squares. Ooh, we got more. Now these are Crown Royal. I don't want any of that. This was just left over. Put that in the trash. All right. Oh, more 2-inch squares. Look at God. They'll be right on top for you, Kevin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Joe Cormel talking about nope, no Dresden Village for me. Kevin talking about, girl, I'm on my way to pick up that box now. I know every time I go in there, he cringe. Sue says I'm still on block 3 of the 4-star general. Oh my God. And I knew that when I picked it, but it's like part of it is that this pattern I've had for 2 or 3 years now, and I haven't even pulled one piece of fabric or made even one test block. The only way I'm going to make myself do it is to do it as a sew along. So that's what's happening this year. And like I said, I might do another sew along that's more of a sampler that I think it's designed to be it's already divided up by the months. That's what I'm hoping. And so I'm gonna get a pattern so I can see what it looks like. And Remo and Vivian trying to get Joe to do the Dresden Village. That is too funny. And Kevin talking about OMG, 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 OMG. She just shoved them all down. He's passing out. I knew he was gonna cringe when I did that. But see, they so pretty now. Look, they're pretty. Oh my goodness, Kevin. Oh my goodness. Betsy talking about need some smelling salt, Kevin. Right. Betsy just fine. Oh my God. Breathe, Kevin. Kevin, breathe. That's from Sue. That is too funny. Y'all so funny. Oh my God. Phyllis says T Jersey will have a job as she learns to sort those scraps by color. Right. Exactly. Oh my God. Didi says I'm gonna pass on the dress and trying to finish all the quilts I already started. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna get off of here so I can go and see if any of these ones that I pull match up. See if I got four of any of these lights in the bag. And I still didn't do any pressing. I did make all of my friendship to what is it? Friendship chisels. I did all of those pieces. I had to cut one piece because I couldn't find it. And so I got that piece cut. All the blocks are done. I just need to sit down maybe tomorrow or Friday. Maybe Friday. I got things to do tomorrow and Friday. Um so yeah, I'm still working on some stuff. I got another big thing I'm trying to do. So I'm going to be doing some running around tomorrow just looking at stuff at businesses and see what they got. I I guess I will say is that I haven't fully committed myself to. I had an issue with a couple contractors because it was busy season. I do know why, but it still doesn't make me any happy. When I was trying to get concrete bids for a shed pad, um, they never showed up, and even one called me back within the past month asking me if I still needed somebody, which I did not respond to because there's no way in the world and I'm going to pay you half down on the job and then you disappear with my money because we're going to be in an argument. So he's kind of lost his chance to work with me, but I'm not fully committed to putting a big concrete pad in my yard. And if I change my mind about where I want to put my shed, I've got to bust that up and put it somewhere else. I'm just unsure about that. I still don't know the price because, like I said, I had two people that I had hired or contacted to come out, and neither one of them showed. So, my shed's on hold still. It's gonna be on hold until I figure it out, and it was stressing me out. So I just took it off of my to-do list for people that were asking about the shed. I'm trying to think of some other things that I can do as well. So we'll see. I'm trying to think of some options and that don't require me to do anything special. I don't have to go through my city. So I'm trying to figure that stuff out. So I want to go do some looking around for that. It's not going to be anything that's going to happen soon, but I'm just trying to figure out what my options are, and maybe, after retreat next year I might look back into it or something. I don't know. But it stressed me out, so I got it off of my to-do list temporarily. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I will be back Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time with live sew and chat. I'll be working hopefully on putting those friendship chisel blocks together. I am not going to lay them out. I'm just going to sew them together, and we're going to see how that works with me using so many different fabrics. I shouldn't have, sorry about that. I shouldn't have any more than 4 of any one fabric in this quilt, because I purposely only tried to cut 2 chisels from the African prints. And then if I made a mistake and used the fabric twice, I'm going to guess and say I would have 4 if I did that, because I would cut 2 and 2. So I'm hoping that with me having so many different fabrics that it's going to work out. We shall see. I'm going to do it as an experiment for you guys. Sometimes when I use a lot of fabrics, I do not lay my blocks, my quilt tops out all the time. So we're going to go ahead and end here. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out.